Bobcat 2003 S175, showing how to pull the motor on this thing. Here's the motor, the V2203 4-cylinder diesel non-turbo. Here's the bay where it was. Now I had to remove the flywheel from the back side, and the worst part about it is getting this bracket behind the motor. There's 4 bolts there that are really crappy to get at. Other than that, it wasn't too bad a job, but I had to use like a 2-foot long extension and come in from the cab to get those bolts. Had to remove the hydraulic filter on the little drip bracket. Had to remove the fuel fill neck and stuff so you could get in there and get the motor out. Then you have a motor mount there, and onto the housing here there was 7 bolts for that. There's 2 at the top and some around the bottom. I think there might be 8 bolts for that. And then had to remove the starter, and of course disconnect all the hoses. The one hose in the back, really it's 20 years old, so I went ahead and cut that because I'm going to put a new hose on there. Other than that, it wasn't too bad a job. It took me a little less than 3 hours, but I did run and answer the phone a few times. But the important thing is it comes out all one piece. You bolt it in from the back, the motor mount, the other bracket in the back, hoses, belts, and like I say, the hydraulic filter so I could get the freaking thing in and out of there. And it wasn't too bad a job. Like I say, the V2203 diesel motor, I left it all intact, disconnected the wires as needed, left the wiring harness on there, and I'm going to put it back in just like that. I pulled the motor out when it had 1,400 hours because it blew a piston. Now it's got 2,900 hours and it blew a hole in all 4 pistons. So we're going to replace those pistons and rods, rebuild the motor, and put it back in and see what happens. 2003 S175 Bobcat skid steer, pulling the motor. Good luck to you.